and the Mondovi Buffaloes. I'm Jeremy Nygaard, joined tonight by our cameraman Zach Ambrose, and joined shortly by Keegan Osty, who is just not yet in the building. Baldwinville Blackhawks of the Middle Border Conference. I'm going to pull up some records here quick. Hawks have struggled a little bit of late. Went to Minnesota for a three-day, three-game holiday tournament. And that kind of started a losing streak, or continued a losing streak. That then continued. They did get a win at Amory, narrowly escaping before losing their last game, which was at Somerset on Tuesday night, I believe. Overall, 6-9 and 4-5 in the conference, which is tied for fifth with the St. Croix Central Panthers. Tonight's opponent, Mondovi Buffaloes of the Dun St. Croix Conference. I'll give you some information here on Mondovi. Two and 13 overall, 1-7 in the Dun St. Croix. Blackhawks averaging 51 points per game. Mondovi on the flip side averaging 33.5. The Blackhawks led by junior guard Evan Clausen. Evan averages 11.7 points per game and 4 rebounds. Senior Cal Smith second with 11 points per game. James Borkhardt, senior, 9.5 points per game. Colin Fritz, another senior, 8 points, 6 rebounds a game. And Maddox Mahoney, the fifth starter on the team, 6.3 points per game and 5 rebounds. On the Mondovi side, who I just mentioned, 2-13, they've actually lost their last 11. Lost last night 62-19 at Elk Mound. Led in scoring by Austin Remington, number 10. Number 15, Austin Remington. He's a senior. He averages 10 a game, 7 rebounds. Number 13, Landon Clark, another senior, averages just under 10 points per game with 4 rebounds. Number 42, Caden Deeden, is a junior, averages 4 points and 2.5 rebounds. Bryce Bollinger, a senior, averages 4 points per game. And then they have a number of other kids that add to the scoring. So it's going to be a non-conference bout. Mondovi, I believe, is the division below Baldwin-Woodville, so not necessarily something that, or two teams that would match up in the playoffs. I do believe that Baldwin-Woodville went to Mondovi last year. Not sure how long of a playing relationship these two teams have had. I know for certain that we never played Mondovi when I coached, and that would have been, this would be the 4th season after I stopped. So a relatively new opponent for the Blackhawks. Mondovi was a pretty common opponent in the early 2000s, mid-2000s on the football field. But as far as I can remember, not necessarily a common basketball opponent. So before we get into this too deep, I wanted to thank our sponsors here: Blackhawk TV, Baldwin Greenhouse, Firehome Langer, Nielsen's Foods, St. Croix Garage Door, Strikers Lanes and Sports Bar, Timmerman Realty, Wisconsin Credit Union, St. Croix Custom Apparel, Baldwin Lightstream, CW Garage Door Distribution, Fenner and Jewelers, Schaefer Financial Services, Blackhawk Garage Door, O'Connell Funeral Homes, A-Star Concrete, Culvers of Baldwin, Family Chiro Care, TMS Auto, Halverson Concrete Solutions, Whitecap Financial Advisors, Pete's Construction, American Family Insurance, Village Pharmacy, OEM Fabricators, Precision Excavating Enterprises, Precision Truck Service, Western Wisconsin Health, Bumper to Bumper, and DMS Repair. I'm going to turn things over to in-arena announcer Don Timmerman, who will tell you more about tonight's matchup. All right, so starting lineups for Mondovi: number 2, Jacob Lindsay, a senior; number 13, Landon Clark, a senior; number 15, Austin Remington, a senior; number 20, Bryce Bollinger, a senior; number 42, Caden Deedon, a junior. For the Hawks: number 1, Cal Smith, a senior; number 2, Evan Clausen, a junior; number 3, James Borkhardt, a senior; number 10, Colin Fritz, a senior; number 23, Jeremy Jacobson, a junior. And welcoming in to the booth, the tardy, Keegan Hoffsey. Keegan, how you doing?
Good, doing good.
Glad you can make it here. Your dad said you were on your way. He saw you leave on the ring cam.
Oh yeah, I bet.
So
Stalking.
we're keeping tabs on you even when you're not here. It's gonna be Clausen and Remington to jump, and Remington wins that one pretty easily, and Mondovi will possess first. Hawks come out in their zone, and Mondovi is going to shorten this game up and just hold it, which basketball analytics would tell you more talented teams should try to play a game that has more possessions. And then the opposite would also be true. And so this is Mondovi saying, you know what, we're going to try to make this game as short as possible.
Wow, this is interesting.
But this is a strategy, and this is not a bad strategy. You want to play 100 possession games, I can tell you the more talented basketball team is going to win a high percentage of them. If you want to play a 40 possession or 30 possession game, it always becomes more of a coin flip.
All right, looks like we're going to add some pressure here. I thought that might happen.
Which is smart. I mean, we have length, we have athleticism. And we didn't play last night, which Mondovi coming off of a game.
Right.
We didn't play, you didn't play, at least your first 2 years, many back-to-backs.
No.
We did that on purpose. Playoff, there's the potential to play a back-to-back. And that's a turnover. Almost 2 minutes into the game, the first possession ends with a turnover. We'll see if the Hawks try to match that pace by just methodically running through their offense.
Right. For Mondovi, I think that's kind of the last thing you want the possession to end in.
Yeah, you end with a make shot, you end with a miss shot, you end with a dead ball turnover, but what you don't want to do is live ball, and here we're going to have a held ball. Nope, a foul. So Bollinger, the fourth leading scorer, picks up a foul. If Mondovi's going to try to play these long possessions, Keegan, we're going to have to come up with all sorts of things to talk about.
Oh boy, yeah. See what we can come up with. James fires a three.
Borkhardt long. Clausen off to the right. And that's going to go Mondovi's direction. And wisely, Coach Benoit is calling for a little full court pressure.
Yeah, smart. Get some turnovers.
Or, at a minimum, turn up the tempo.
Right, that too.
And Mason Brenner, a freshman, is coming to the scorer's table. See, I'll tell you, as a guard, the last thing I want to do is back into a corner against two guys that are taller than me.
We got to keep the pressure on that. Get a turnover. Got to keep them there.
And we're going to get a Colin Fritz foul, which is going to lead to Austin Remington free throws. He wasn't going to shoot the ball. Remington on the season, like I mentioned, leading scorer for Mondovi. A 65% free throw shooter, which at the high school level is pretty good. He is the best free throw shooter by percentage that the Buffaloes have. That one not good. Looked a little flat. And the second free throw, the line drive is good. And in for Remington is Brenner. So I'm going to jump to a conclusion here and suggest that Mason Brenner, the freshman, Sarah Brenner, the head coach, and Barrett Brenner, an assistant, are probably all related. Borkhardt from 3, good.
It's like we're going to get a lot of open looks from 3.
Yep. James is a 37% three-point shooter, and I think everybody that watches James, it's a good little bucket there from Clark. Everybody that watches James realizes that he's at 37% and he could easily be at 45%. He goes through some cold stretches, but when he starts making them, it can happen in a hurry. He's going to get another look if he wants it here, but instead he's going to go to Fritz. And James attacks.
Like that take.
And gets fouled. He'll go shoot some free throws. Fouls on Deedon is first. Remington set to check back in. Borkhardt on the season only has attempted 12 free throws. He's 5 for 12, 42%.
Man, that surprises me.
He's a rhythm shooter,
right.
and free throws are really like create your own rhythm. But James, his success comes off catching and shooting. I think there's just too much time for him to think here. 1 of 2. He's got all 4 for the Hawks. And this zone pressure almost forces a turnover. Brenner patient at the free throw line, finds Clark. Clark hits a triple. He's got 5. Clark averages 9.5 in a game. That's his 10th made 3 in 54 attempts. 17% shooter. James Borkhardt from deep, long. And Cal Smith deflects to Jacobson for a basket.
Well, they got away with one there.
Yeah. And so the older fans in the stands are calling for over the back,
right.
which
Obviously
isn't a thing.
Yep.
But when you displace someone or push someone,
Exactly.
that's a foul. And
Yep.
and official Ofsty will tell you if it's a missed call, and he says it's a missed call.
Yeah, I guess. We play on though.
I reffed a couple middle school girls games yesterday.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
How's that?
I mean, I'm not going to say I was 100%, but I would say I was over 80.
Oh yeah. There you go. That's good to hear.
If Stiddy's watching, he'll probably tell you that I was, 60. But hey,
yeah.
sometimes
Don't
middle school girls games are difficult.
Yeah, I would agree on that.
As we approach the 12-minute mark, a third of the way through this first quarter, 6-6. Cal Smith with the deflection. And that's going to not quite go out of bounds. And we're going to get Fritz, I think, with the second.
Oh. Mondovi very selective in attacking. Some possessions it looks like they want to go, but others it's really selective.
And I think when you lose last night 63-19,
Right.
being more selective is probably okay. Clark now with 6 points. He's a 61% free throw shooter. So we have 3 new Hawks check in. We have senior Ryan Wiedendahl, number 20. Tall Brody Paul, a senior, number 11. And Maddox Mahoney, a senior, number 24. Clark, good again. He's got 7. Wait, maybe that wasn't Clark. Was that Bauer? Nope, that was Clark.
Yeah, I
So
believe that was Clark.
the scoreboard is wrong. Evan Bauer has not played yet, but he's got 3 points on the board. Clock continued to run. I'll tell you, the scoreboard is run off an iPad. There's no toggle switch. It's all touch screen. So you touch the screen, it doesn't do what you want, but you assume it did. Brody didn't do what Coach Benoit wanted. And Bollinger kind of rolled on the ball. Our official at the bottom of the screen raised a hand, which is always a precursor or done simultaneously with the whistle. Only in that case it wasn't. And that's a good little play, but Clark misses and Clausen goes. He finds Veenendahl.
I take advantage of this. Good numbers.
And Cal Smith hits the triple. Cal's a 26% three-point shooter, but more impressively, Cal owns almost all of the passing records. Single-season passing records, as he was an all-state quarterback this year. And look at the defensive back skills. Rarely turned the ball over on the gridiron. Finds Ryan Veenendahl. And Cal's thinking, I'll do it again. Comes back for 3 more. And he's got 6. And the lead is now 4 as the Hawks went on a quick 6-0 run to turn a 2-point deficit into a 4-point lead.
It's back cut.
And that Bollinger shot will be no good, but there's a foul. And that foul is on Brody Paul. Bollinger makes the first of 2 free throws. And Borkhardt in for Clausen. Bollinger's second shot good. So 5 free throws for Mondovi, a single 3-point field goal, a single 2-point field goal. Adds up to 10. The Hawks with 3 3-point field goals, a single free throw, and a single field goal adds up to 12 as we approach the 10-minute mark of half number 1. Paul in the lane has it stripped by Remington. And Clark brings the ball up slowly.
Might have a closer game than I thought it'd be tonight.
Yeah, I thought, based on scoring 33 points a game, playing against a defense that's as tough as ours, I assumed that it would be not a lot of points for the Buffaloes.
Right. Kind of getting to the basket early here. See what we can do defensively to fix that.
The thing I do wonder as we see just one Buffalo, there's Shocker, lob pass. Borkhardt finds Smith. Smith misses, and Veenendahl almost forces the turnover. Right now, Mondovi has played 6. Baldwinville's played 8. And if that's what you get, you're going to get tired in a hurry. Obviously, that maybe plays into why you try to slow the pace down as Maddox Mahoney commits a foul in the backcourt. And that's Smith with another steal. Misses the layup.
Ooh, tough shot.
Yeah, it was a tough shot, and there was some contact there. I feel like it was ball contact.
Yeah.
Clark with a good attack, and I feel like we're going to have Mahoney second. We're going to get that one called on Borkhardt, his first. Clark Clark now with 3 made free throws, a game-high 8 points. You'll see the scoreboard doesn't reflect that. He hit a 3 earlier. That was attributed to the wrong player. Now 9. So Clark has now matched his season average with 3/4 of the game left to play. Burkhart defended by Clark. Mahoney not so much of a three-point threat. He's going to pass on that, and there's going to be a foul, I believe, on Clark. Palms up.
Good call.
It's funny because if you would have been Clark,
kind of ticky-tacky.
You would have done the same thing. You would have had your palms up,
yeah.
wondering what the heck. So we have Paul out, Smith out, Fritz back in, Clausen back in.
Got some mismatches. I want to see him use that a little bit.
Which ones are you looking for?
James, he's got a pretty skilled defender on him, but he's probably got 3-4 inches on whoever that is. That Clark.
Bienendahl goes baseline, kicks out to Clausen for 3. It's good. Evan Clausen, a 33% three-point shooter on the year. The Hawks' leading scorer. That's his first basket of the night. Hawks' 4th made three-point field goal. Welcome to basketball in 2024, right? If you're going to score, you better be able to shoot threes.
Yep.
Clark off the mark. Burkhart with the gather, and here we go. Colin Fritz loves to use the pivot foot. They're going to get that one on the floor. I think we probably have that on Remington, and we're going to see a new player here, Denton. It's pronounced Denton Lassell by our guy Don Timmerman, so we'll go with Lassell. Another whistle, and I think another foul. Another foul on Remington. He's got 2. And Burkhart with the mid-range. So James now has 6, as does Smith, and they're going to get Colin. Oh, I thought Colin got called for a foul, but it was a timeout.
That very well could have been.
All right, that gives me an opportunity to shout out some sponsors. Here we go. Since 1935, Baldwin Greenhouse has been serving Baldwin and the surrounding area by offering the freshest flowers, plants, and gifts for any occasion. Some of the flowers and many of the plants are grown right on site. They'd love to help with anything you need. Give them a call at 715-684-2104 or visit online at baldwingreenhouse.com. Precision Truck Service is a full-service heavy truck and trailer repair shop located in Baldwin and offering all types of general repair for heavy truck and trailer, diesel, mobile service, alignments, computer diagnostics, welding and fabrication, and sandblasting. As a Michelin heavy truck tire dealer, we offer best in pricing on Michelin, BFG, and Uniroyal tire brands, balancing and installation. Give us a call at 715-760-0768 or stop in. We are located conveniently on the north side of Baldwin under the water tower. So Mondovi going to roll with 6, which not allowed, but they got a guy off. And 1-4 press break where you're probably going to see someone fly. Yep. And it's Bollinger there with plenty of pressure. Hawks up 5 here, 7 minutes left in half number 1.
tap out. Hands by Con.
Sure, good hands, but also situations, you got 2 fouls, and you're out defending a guy chest to chest 30 feet from the basket.
That's a good point.
The best case scenario is, yeah, you get a steal. The most likely scenario is you're going to get called for a foul. And that's just, it's how Colin competes.
Right.
Where a lot of people would be like, you know what, I'll give up this basket and not pick up my 3rd foul. And Colin's like, nope, I'm going to contest. And I'm going to body. Ooh.
5-second call?
Yeah. I think we can go back to Shocker a couple more times this game. It was super wide open there on the first attempt. Good move by James. Good find.
Nice pass. Colin's got to put that up right away. Don't use that dribble.
Did you play 1 year with Colin or 2 years with Colin?
2. Yep, started both years, freshman and sophomore year.
And that 3 by Lindsay is good. Lindsay averages only 3.5 a game. 3 for 21 from 3 coming into this game, but that one was good. And it brings the Buffaloes within 2. Oh, that's a foul. So Bollinger went for the steal, was beat. Hawks have advantage. I think on the way back. Yeah, Bollinger steps on the foot of Clausen, and he's going to pick up foul number 2. In comes Smith for Mahoney. Cal Smith making his return to the hardwood after taking a couple years off. I think the game's started to slow down for him again. Good take by James. Maybe a little shuffle step that he got away with.
A little bit.
He's got a team high 8. The thing with traveling, and I say this, and it's true, the easiest place to call traveling from is the further from the ball that you are.
Yeah.
Right? We can see him pretty obviously up here.
Right.
Oh, good movement. Fritz with the layup, his first basket. Hawks up 6, and we're going to get a timeout by Buffalo, and then we'll revisit the traveling talk at the 30. Strikers Lanes and Sports Bar at 780 Cedar Street in Baldwin offers something for everyone. If you are interested in the competition and camaraderie of a team, come join one of the bowling leagues offering men, women, couples, seniors, and youth leagues that run from September through April. Reserve an open bowling time for family, friends, work, or birthday parties. When you get hungry or thirsty from all the bowling fun or while watching the big games on the mini big screen TV, Striker Sports Bar is sure to satisfy. Check out our menu and weekly food and drink specials at StrikersLanes.com. And if you want to meet Keegan's dad, you probably stop at Strikers tonight and make that happen. So anyway, back to the traveling.
Yeah.
It's easier to see from up here than it is from down there. And part of the reason for that is because you're so close. But as an official, you're instructed to officiate the defenders, right?
Yeah.
And see the offense out of your periphery. And those quick shuffle steps are just, your periphery is so much smaller when you're that much closer.
And it comes a lot faster than people think, too.
Yep. Oh, good block by
block.
James. And the Hawks go the other direction, and Jacobson fumbles that one out of bounds.
Those are tough ones.
Yeah, the in-betweens, those are harder to handle, but you got to handle it. But great block by James in transition.
Yeah,
Love to see those. A lot of hands out there at half court.
One foul to give, I think. Yep. One foul to give for the Blackhawks.
Ooh.
Yeah.
A lot of body, but arm extension offensively sometimes gets you the whistle.
That could have been going the other way, but they're letting them play a little bit, which I don't mind.
No, and I will say it, and I say it. If you're going to let them play, you got to let them play the whole game.
Yeah, exactly.
We saw some cheaper stuff getting whistled. There's a shove that doesn't get whistled, and we got Evan Clausen on a breakaway and a layup. Clark gets into Clausen and gives him a little push. I feel like that's something to watch.
Yeah.
Power dribble. Oh, and a hold.
Gave him that one. So we'll have free throws the rest of the way.
So it's Evans first. Brody in for Fritz. I would assume that we don't see Colin the rest of the first half with those 2 fouls. No other Blackhawk has more than one. On the Mondovi side, both Remington and Bollinger with 2 fouls each.
That should be going down. Oh.
Bollinger gets baseline, no place to go, puts one up.
Yeah.
Paul rebounds, Bollinger fouls, and that's his 3rd.
Tough way to get a 3rd foul, too.
Yeah, you don't want to do that in the backcourt. Keegan Catt, a junior, make his first appearance. Tall Paul, 3 free throws on the year. He's made 1. And the front end is good. So Brody gets his first point of the game. Extends the Hawks lead to 9, and he'll shoot the bonus throw here. 3 minutes and 5 seconds left in half number 1. And that one's short. And James had his hands on it. Oh, and they're going to agree to disagree. If you don't know, as an official, who the ball went off of, you can usually trust that it went off the team that's chasing it down.
Yeah, true. I wonder if he thought it hit the end line before he touched it, though. I don't.
Well, I mean, it went off of us, I think,
Right.
before that, and
Yeah,
that's why
so-
he's chasing it
so,
down.
Yeah.
Evan with a good pass into Paul, but Paul can't handle it, and then Evan is just run over. Clark is going to shoot. Just one of those unfortunate deals where Evan goes for a loose ball and Clark just inadvertently kicks him in the face.
Looks like he'll be all right.
He's just trying to get a little rest.
Yeah.
He's gonna walk out of the gym and probably go through a little concussion testing. What's your name? What day is it? Clark there, 5 for 5 from the free throw line. Were you in Woodbury the day that Axel got hurt?
When was that? Was that a summer thing?
Yeah. I'm sure you were there.
I probably was. What happened to him? Refresh my memory.
He went for a layup, and then as he turned to run up the court, he turned to see if the ball went in and tripped.
Yeah, I was there. Yeah,
and then hit his head on the knee of an opposing player.
Yeah, I think I was in the game. James gonna fire a three.
Long.
Oh.
And that was one of those deals where called a held ball, where you asked him all the questions. He knew everything. He passed the basic concussion stuff, but by the next hour it was not right.
Right.
That's a scary deal.
Yeah, if I remember right, he got hit pretty hard too.
Yeah, the injury that he sustained, Julie said later, was something doctors said they see are common in car accidents.
Jeez.
Oh, that's a lot of contact.
Yeah, wow.
Remington with his first field goal. He's got 3, brings the Buffaloes within 5.
Just kind of lurking around. Kind of letting him stay in the game a little bit.
Maddox at the top. Talking about Axel, that's Maddox's older brother. Thing I always loved about Axel is he walked in the gym with just good energy.
Oh, yeah. Always. Smile on his face.
Yes, even now you see him, he's got a smile on his face. Jacobson from 3, it's going to go right. And Remington with the rebound. Not real familiar with Mondovi football, but I would guess Austin Remington was probably a pretty good football player. 3 is long. And if he wasn't a football player, probably would have been a pretty good football player. Smith with a jump stop.
No call.
No call on Deed nor Smith. Not sure how I would have called that. Wouldn't have been a charge, I'll tell you that.
Definitely not. Probably a block. But.
And there is Remington getting to the rack again. Held without a field goal for the first 16 and a half minutes. He's now got 5 points. Buffalo's within 3. They scored 19 all of last night. They're at 21 right now. As we tick under 25 seconds. Buffalo's fans loving it right now.
Yeah. They for sure have some momentum to go into the second half with.
Can't imagine Cal gives it up. He gets fouled with no call on the jumper. Yeesh. And three-quarters court heave, no good.
Oh.
And at the half, Hawks lead 24-21. Coach Benoit not thrilled, nor should he be.
Yeah.
We talked about things that are hard to see. Some things are not hard to see, and foul jump shooters.
No.
Towards the top of that list for me. Anyway, as we go into half, we got a 10-minute intermission. Hawks up 3. We'll be back to recap in about 6 minutes. All right, welcome back to just about the start of half number 2. Blackhawks 24, Mondovi 21. Keegan, what were your impressions of the first half?
I mean, obviously not a great half by the Blackhawks, considering Mondovi, I would say, is a much, maybe not much, but lesser team. First thing, the Blackhawks have to stop the ball in transition, number one. Way too many transition looks, easy layups. Defensively still, I want them to keep the pressure so we can create turnovers, obviously. And then offensively, just keep shooting. We're getting a lot of open looks. I want them to attack a little bit more and use their size too, though. So we'll see what the second half brings.
Yeah, so just to go over some first half scoring for Mondovi, Lindsay with 3. Landon Clark has been very good. He's 6 for 6 from the free throw line, has 5 points of field goal, so he leads with 11. Remington had those 2 late buckets. He's got 5. And Bryce Bollinger has 2 for 21 total. On the Hawk side of things, Cal Smith with 2 threes. He's got 6 points. Evan Clausen, who left the game late in the half but appears to be coming back in, he's got 5. James Borkart leads the team with 8. Colin Fritz with 2. Brody Paul with 1. Jeremy Jacobson with 2 for a total of 24. I would expect to see the Hawks scoring a little bit more in half number 2. And Coach Benoit, I could only imagine because I played for him, probably wasn't real thrilled at halftime. Maybe raised his voice a little bit.
Maybe.
And is demanding the defense to be better. Not that 21 points is a lot to give up, but in a game that didn't have a ton of possessions, in my opinion, I don't think he's thrilled with giving up 21 points.
Yep.
Looks like Mahoney in for Jacobson to start the second half, while Mondovi has their starters in.
Double on the initial inbound.
And just a kind of a jump there.
Right, not really, yeah. Different look.
Yeah, make them work for what they want. That's Scott Benoit's MO, right? I mean, if you want it, you're going to really have to work hard for it on this end of the floor.
Good D.
Yeah, great
shot.
contest.
Look.
Yep, and I think that's what the Hawks can do, right?
Yep.
Get a rebound, get out and go, and then let your strong athletic dudes make layups.
Exactly, yeah. We've got playmakers.
He can shoot it. Oh, and he passed it up. That's going to be Remington's 3rd. He joins Bollinger with 3. And we're going to see Brenner here right away.
A nice job there by Evan, though, recognizing that Blackhawks didn't have numbers. It was like a 1-on-4. Pull it out. Live to see another day. Colin's going to get a layup.
Oh.
Got to make those.
Yeah, super frustrating. 2-point blank shots. So Brenner's first. Colin on the season a 50% free throw shooter. No good on that one. Hawks 2 for 5 from the free throw line this game. Mondovi's 9 for 10.
Jeez.
And Fritz stays true to the coin flip and makes 1 out of 2.
Don't get beat deep.
Cal Smith is never getting
Nope.
beat deep.
Good coverage.
Good screen.
Nice move.
And Cal's going to shoot free throws. You know, when I see guys do that little get to the rack and spin, I'm reminded of when you used to do that and then decided, I think as like a sophomore, that you were too cool.
Yeah, I started getting called for travels on it.
It's because you were just too quick.
I know.
Cal's first free throw is good. And I feel like you knew that you didn't travel.
Obviously.
So why wouldn't you just assume that it was a bad call and that you should keep doing it?
So many times in AAU I got called for travel with that.
The AAU doesn't even call travels.
That's what I'm saying.
It's interesting. All right, we got a timeout by the Buffaloes. So the 3-point halftime lead has now been pushed to 8. St. Croix Garage Doors provides Western Wisconsin with top quality garage door sales, service, and installation. We proudly serve Baldwin, Woodville, Hudson, Richmond, River Falls, Stillwater, Menominee, and surrounding areas. Give Brian a call today at 715-781-8989 for a quote, install, or service. Precision Excavating Enterprises is a full-service excavating, grading, and trucking contractor located in Baldwin, offering all types of residential and commercial earth-moving, septic systems, demolition, landscaping, driveways, and building sites. Our trucking division offers dump truck, grain hopper, and flatbed hauling services. Sand, gravel, fill delivery, serving the Baldwin and surrounding western Wisconsin areas. Give us a call at 715-760-0768 for free estimates. A-Star Concrete Pumping is proud to be family-owned and operated in Wisconsin. We pride ourselves on maintaining a high-quality, unique fleet and very knowledgeable staff to complete all projects. From smaller residential projects to large-scale commercial enterprises, A-Star Concrete Pumping has the equipment, staff, and experience to handle all of your concrete needs. Contact them at 715-246-3920.
And you got to be close to memorizing them lines, huh?
Sometimes I wake up saying them.
Don't doubt it.
And there's another turnover and a pass to Evan, and he's going to spin,
Nice
and
move.
he's going to make a basket. And the lead's up to 10, which is the largest lead of the night.
Definitely can open it up here.
And the Hawks are going to stay in this pressure defense and just let their length do the work for them.
For sure.
Good contest. Rebound, and here we go. We're going to go James to
Yep, all the
Cal.
way.
And
Attaboy.
did he dribble?
I think he did.
I couldn't see if he did. It was one of those illusions as he's running away from me.
Couple good transition buckets, though. Just getting up. Mondovi not getting back right away.
And transition buckets off of a missed
Yep.
shot. Like, that's an effort thing.
Yep.
And now a dead ball turnover. And we're going to have Cat and Remington in for the Buffaloes. Ryan Wiedendahl in for Mahoney. Good minutes for Maddox. High effort, high energy dude. James on the attack. Wiedendahl, Cal Smith, open three, bottom. He's now got 15. And a turnover in the backcourt. 24-21 at half. Hawks with 12 straight points to start half number 2.
Figured it was kind of a matter of time before just kind of
The separation.
yeah. Just kind of came out with a little bit more intensity.
And that's a foul on Bollinger, his 4th. And it's the double-edged sword because you like to see that the Hawks came out in the second half. So the scoreboard shows that his Bollinger's 3rd, so maybe I have one wrong there. But you like to see him come out with that sense of urgency, which is great. The frustrating part is, why didn't you do it to start the game?
Yep, that's the hard thing. And as a coach, that's got to be really hard to, see and witness too. So.
And Clausen good. He's got 8. And this second half has been played almost exclusively in front of the Blackhawk bench.
Yeah. I think they kind of realize they can get up into the passing lanes too.
Ooh. Ryan took a shot. Friendly fire. Anticipated a back cut. Ball was deflected.
Another good contest underneath.
You don't need to block shots, but if you get a hand up.
Yep. It's still a tough shot, even that close.
If I'm Cal, I'm
pulling that.
Absolutely.
Yep. Definitely want to see a heat check. Yep, shoot that. Man.
Evan's feeling it too, so that's all right. And we're 16-0, 16-0 run to start half number 2. And good hands by the defensive end, tight end Colin Fritz. Colin gonna play football at Whitewater? Is that accurate?
I'm not sure.
Still waiting for you to come out of football retirement, Keegan.
Not happening.
Got a little strong safety in you, maybe?
Yeah, with 30 pounds. 40.
Caden Deeden picks up the foul there. So not only has it been a 16-0 ball to Woodville run, it's a 5-0 foul count. And it's going to be a full timeout by Coach Benoit. Whether we're cooking the perfect butter burger to order or scooping up our freshest batch of the flavor of the day, we work hard to ensure you will always leave happy. We know you have a lot to do and many options to choose from, so we appreciate when you take the time to visit Culver's of Baldwin. Members of Wisconsin Credit Union can access account information and take care of most everyday banking needs via Wisconsin Online, the mobile app, and text banking. Immediate access to your Wisconsin accounts is also available 24 hours a day via touch-tone phone. Contact Wisconsin Credit Union to learn more. Nielsen's Foods has been serving communities since 1903. We offer full-service Caribou Coffee, Bakery, Deli, and Meat departments. We pride ourselves with our award-winning Nielsen's Market Meats and our friendly staff. Nielsen's vision is to build a strong family of customers and employees by delivering superior service to our customers, offering employee growth opportunities, reinvesting in our stores, and serving in our communities. Keegan, I got 2 questions for you.
Yep.
Sunday afternoon, we're going to watch 2 football games. Question number 1, who is the AFC champ? Question number 2, who's the NFC champ?
AFC champ. Ravens.
Okay. Home team?
Do not want the Chiefs to win at all.
Okay.
I think the Ravens are still going to pull it off. Playoff Patrick Mahomes is nuts, but Ravens got it. NFC, I want to say Lions, but I do not think they can pull it off on the road. They're not a great road team. So, yeah, I'm going to go 49ers.
Stay in chalk. It's fair. Borkart, have a 3, no good. Viendahl, offensive rebound is fouled. And at 13:07, Menominee commits their 6th foul, so every foul after this will result in free throws for the Hawks.
That is not great for Mondovi.
Nope. How do you feel about Dan Campbell?
I really like him. I think he's just great for the Lions organization overall. Just a great motivator. He puts in as much intensity as the players do, so and I think they really feed off that. Great guy. Obviously turned the program around.
Yeah.
Or the organization, should I say.
The Lions winning is a weird thing. So Viendahl 1 or 2.
I should ask you, what are you thinking for the games?
I think the 49ers are really good.
Yeah.
And I think the AFC game will be close because it's like you said, playoff Patrick Mahomes. I think Andy Reid is one of the greatest NFL coaches of all time.
Yep, I would agree on that.
Oh, we got Cal down.
I want to say he rolled an ankle.
I'm going to watch this here and see what happened because I didn't see who scored either. I was watching.
I think Clark scored. Yep.
Oh, yeah, it looks like Cal just maybe stepped on Collins' ankle. It was Clark. So he's got 13.
Not a fun injury. Done that way too many times.
Vienendahl from deep. Good. Ryan Vienendahl from 3. The 4th different Hawk to hit a 3. The 7th triple for the Hawks. So after the Buffalo score their first basket of half number 2, Hawks answer right back. That's Evans' 3rd foul. Cal had a game high 15 before walking off. Cal suffered that leg injury at Amory in week 8 this year, and where's that week 9? It might have been week 9. Missed one game against Ellsworth in the playoffs. Basket there by Clark again. And then comes back for a level 2 game against St. Croix Central, which was a heck of a lot of fun if you're a Blackhawk fan.
Yep. Let's take.
Vienendahl misses the layup. One more win at a level 3 game at home against Somerset, where I believe we broke the school record for points. And then ran into Lodi in level 4, and for the 3rd time in 15 years, the Hawks lose to the eventual state champs in level 4.
Yep.
So Vienendahl gets fouled, or Vienendahl fouls and no whistle. And Remington's just like, you know what? I'm just going to bull in a china shop here and no whistle. Jacobson misses the layup, and this game looks like Pac-12 after dark.
Yep.
And there we go. Remington with a basket.
Bit of chaos.
And that's Mahoney's 2nd. Handful of substitutions here, including Ryan Paul's son, Brody Paul, coming in for Evan Clausen. And Remington good. So he's got 8. Slow start for Austin Remington. He's got 8, just 2 off a season average. The younger Vienendahl, Dane, sophomore number 12 at the scores table. Maybe taking Cal's spot in the rotation with a 16-point lead. Colin has that one stripped. Is he going to shoot a 3? He is.
Oh, that's right.
Everybody gets a 3. Not Colin, though. Mahoney picks up his 3rd. Here comes Dane Vienendahl. High fives his older brother Ryan Vienendahl. Oh, good inbounds play. And Remington now up to his season average as the Buffs are within 14. Jacobson from 3. Way long. And a foul on Brody Paul, his 2nd. So the first 6 fouls of the half called on Mondovi.
Seeing a swing.
The next 4 called on Baldwin Woodville.
Walk. Just a little.
Remington long on the 3. Dane Wiedendahl with the rebound, but has it stripped. And there's a whole lot of activity where at one point Keegan Catt just decided, I'm not going for the ball. I'm just going to get this guy off me. And then I stopped watching what happened on the other end, so you can fill me in, I guess.
Decent pass. Tipped off his fingers, out of bounds. Turnover.
Oh, Deedon trips over the line, and Brody Paul commits a foul. So and that's a 5th foul on Baldwin Woodville. And that pass from Clark does not reach its intended receiver. Blackhawk ball. All right, another question for you as long as I'm talking pro sports.
Yep.
How good are the Timberwolves?
Kind of scary.
That's what
I don't know about playoff time, but regular season, pretty scary.
That's what I like to hear.
Anthony Edwards, love him. He's going to be a star for a while.
I became a season ticket holder 3 years ago. Had a hard time giving tickets away that I couldn't use.
Yep.
Now the demand is there. That's nice.
Cat just scored, what, 62?
62 and a loss.
Yeah. Huh.
So Cat's first in a bad loss too. I mean, they were up 18 going into the 4th.
Yep. I did see that.
Against a bad team in the Hornets. Dane Wiedendahl going to shoot a couple free throws. Well, hopefully a couple. Yep. Makes the first. His first point of the night. The thing that's not cool about the Timberwolves in the playoffs is they're in the Western Conference, so they're going to play the second game, and they're going to be playing a bunch of 9 o'clock weeknight games.
Yeah.
Which makes it hard for me to bring my kids. And that Deedon 3 is no good off Mondovi.
If they can get a little bit of home court, that will help them a ton too.
But they've been really good at the Target Center.
Yeah, I remember that. Don't know what year, maybe 2 years ago, they had that play-in game. That was a really cool atmosphere.
Yep. Yeah, we did not go to that game. We were at a 12-year-old baseball game that night. Did go to the Memphis game where the chick tried to glue her hand to the floor.
Yeah,
we were there. No, the one. Maybe we were there for that. We were definitely there for the one where the security guard tackled the girl on the lady on the floor.
I can't remember that.
Thatcher Walthall in for Jeremy Jacobson. But yeah, if you haven't been to an NBA game and you watch them on TV, they have so much stuff going on in between that it's entertaining. Also helps when the Wolves couldn't sell tickets, they season ticket holders would get 50% off concessions and merchandise.
Jeez.
So
really?
Yeah, so when we go there, it's like, no, we'll eat the concessions and buy jerseys.
Right.
They're reducing that to 25% next year. So.
Yeah, I see why.
Little moisture on the ball.
It'd be good to maybe get some of the younger guys in down the stretch here.
Good. Basket by Colin Fritz. He's got 5. As we approach the 8-minute mark here of the game. Clark, who's been very good for Mondovi, gets fouled. that was on Brody Paul. Yeah, Brody's got 4. Ryan Wiedendahl checking in for Brody. So we're going to have to do a little defensive switching here. Maddox is going to guard the big guy. Stolen by Mahoney as he
wants to go.
Tries to get 1-on-2. Brian Bidenall no good. He's going to kick it out to brother Dane. Dane with the midi.
Short.
Collins like, listen, guys.
Yeah.
I got the ball. I'm not going to try too hard to pull it from you.
Yeah.
There's 3 of you. You're not going to get it.
That was a tight window.
Dane to a cutting Ryan. Can't quite sneak it to Colin.
Hell ball.
Bollinger not happy. Officials talk about it, and now officials going to explain to.
It is getting a little physical.
Yeah, and whether you want to call that a foul or a jump ball,
Right.
whatever. But I mean, Thatcher wrapped his arm around the guy, but in my opinion, he wasn't holding him. He had his hand on the ball, right?
Yeah.
The guy kind of pivoted his body away from him.
I think he maybe could have blown his whistle a little bit earlier, but
And called a foul,
Right.
sure.
Yeah.
But at the time, yeah, it looked like a held ball. I just, maybe you don't let it get there, like you said.
yeah, but or maybe a held ball earlier. He couldn't see it probably, but
Right. And that's the other thing. Everybody's got a better angle.
yeah.
Oh, late whistle, but probably the right call.
Yeah.
It's going to be Thatcher's first, and we have Evan and James coming back in. Not on this one. We're shooting 2. So Bollinger. No, shooting foul.
Oh. It's a late call. It's a late call, Scott.
Yep.
He doesn't like the late calls, but better late than never.
Right. So Bollinger 2 for 2 on the night, 46% of the season. And good. Bollinger with 3. I'll tell you, Coach Benoit definitely wears cooler shoes now than he did when he coached me.
Yeah, I bet.
I could get back into coaching just to show off my shoes.
Yeah.
That maybe should be my.
It's kind of the new thing, coaches and shoe game stuff. It's on the line down there.
And just rotate through the 11s. I did buy a non-Blackhawk colored pair of Jordans.
11s?
Not 3s.
I think you did tell me that.
They're blue. They're navy. Good move by Clark.
Oh, nice little move.
There was a drop of cherry 12s yesterday that I didn't get it on.
No.
Thought hard about it. Got to start reffing more if I'm going to.
Yeah.
Clark foul there, his third. So James on the season, 42%. We talked about that. 1 for 2 tonight. Way short on that one. 1 for 3. Oh.
Oh, he's got it right down there. He'll fix it.
And Clark again.
He's got 14.
He's got more than that. He's got 17 because they didn't have the 3 right.
Okay.
He's a good player.
Yeah. Is he young or?
He is a senior.
Oh, senior.
7 for 7 from the free throw line. The Hawks really kind of pulled away and then took the foot off the gas. Good bucket by Thatcher Wallfall. Thatcher's battled injuries since entering high school. It's good to see him finally healthy. That's a tough bucket by Remington. He's got 12. The extension of the lead and the foul things all changed when Cal went out of the game.
Right.
Evan with his third triple. He's got 14. 1 off of Cal's 15 for a team high. Obviously Clark, we mentioned, 17 is a game high. I think he's got actually 18 now. Good hands by Dane Wiedendahl. He's going to get it up to James. Is James going to try to dunk? Foul on Bollinger, his 4th. Lesha had a couple dunks I hear the other night. Ambrose sent me a clip of one.
Yeah.
He's a pretty good athlete.
Yeah, he can get up. A little bit of a head tap on Maddox.
Borkhardt good on that free throw after missing the front end. The last trip, yeah, he's the scary thing about that team is the young kid that left. He's starting at Stillwater.
Yeah, the bigger kid.
Yeah, Wade DeYoung.
Yep.
That would be a scary team if he was still around. Sean had a couple of fun dunks in his career. I think beyond Sean, though, Warwick would have been the last one, right? Warwick against Barron in the playoffs.
Oh, yeah, I remember that one. So we're going to get a blocking foul, I think, on Ryan.
Yeah, Ryan.
Yeah, Warwick had a little bit of a head tapper, too.
That was a fun one.
Yeah.
Place just erupted.
Oh, yeah.
And then we run into Central, who decides to become three-point shooters for one night in late February.
That was a close game, wasn't it?
It wasn't as close as it should have been. They came out and had a couple kids hitting threes that hadn't been.
Well, that was their state year, wasn't it?
Nope, the year
after.
Before their state year.
Okay,
yep.
Yeah.
So Seiler's junior year.
Yeah.
Yeah, Central and River Falls made it down to state same year.
Yeah, yep.
Clark, another good bucket. It was fun. Lehman and I went down and watched River Falls that year. They
Oh, yeah.
almost beat Wauwatosa.
Oh, yeah, that was a really good team. Another shooting foul.
And then I believe Wauwatosa turned around and just stomped. Was it Kimberly? I don't
I can't
remember.
remember. But
Someone that I believe was heavily favored. Wauwatosa, they had a kid, I think he ended up in Northern Michigan.
yep. So I know they had one D1
He was a
guy.
stud. Well, then the Bond kid was a junior. He ended up going to Virginia.
Was it Leon Bond?
Yep.
Yep.
Ryan Wiedendahl there with another made free throw. And another one that's good. River Falls is a tough team again this year.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they beat Prescott by 43 on Monday.
43.
Yeah, running clocked them, 74-31.
I guess I was unaware of that. Huh.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Clark from distance, front rim. Yeah, now as I understand and do not have confirmation of the severity, but I heard Dallas Wallen maybe has a foot injury.
Yeah. I don't know who I
Fritz 2 is good.
heard it from, but I might have heard he broke something, fractured something.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I hope that's not true. Dallas Wallen, one of the best players in the middle border over the last handful of years. Signature long blonde surfer hair. Remington long on the 3. I need some dead balls here. I got 3 ads to read yet.
Oh, 2.5 to play.
Flex cut. Fritz no good. We're gonna count on some fouls, so I can read these at free throws. Euro step foul. Clark's gonna shoot free throws. I believe that's on Clausen. I'm gonna tell you about Firehelm Langer, the CPA firm that has offices in Baldwin, Ellsworth, and River Falls. At Firehelm Langer, our clients are our top priority. We offer the skills and expertise of a large CPA firm combined with the personal attention and responsiveness of a smaller firm. When you partner with us, we take the time to get to know you, understand your goals, and build a lasting professional relationship. We invite you to turn to us at Firehelm Langer for bookkeeping services, payroll services, financial projections, tax preparation, tax planning, and all of your accounting and tax needs. That's Clark's first miss. 7 for 8 now on the night. The market is changing. Take advantage of our combined 30-plus years of experience to guide you through it. Call Don at 715-684-9541 or Andrew at 715-928-0410 of Timmerman Realtors for all your realty needs. Clark splits the free throws there. Lead is at 18. So I just get a text from my 15-year-old who's sitting in the stands. He says Luca has 73 and Booker had 62.
No way. Game over?
Well, Luca had 41 and a half. I got that alert.
Wow.
Clausen good. Devin Booker, 62. Luca's a freak. Luca's an absolute freak.
Gosh. Maybe not athletically, but he is sure skilled.
Well, you don't do what he does if you're not sneaky good athletically.
Right, he is too. He can get up sometimes too.
His body type is unique. Whoa.
Colin. Yeah. A little bit frustrated.
And while Collins shoots these 2 free throws, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? Okay, Colin's going to go shoot free throws, but it turns out he's not. Thatcher is. And let me tell you about Bumper to Bumper, a locally owned and operated driving school in Somerset. We offer complete driver education and training consisting of online classroom, in-person classroom instruction, and behind-the-wheel training. So if you're getting ready to apply for your Wisconsin State driver's license, or if you're an adult and just need a refresher course, then Bumper to Bumper is here to help. Visit online at www.btbsdllc.com. Well, all felt good on the first and good on the second.
I mean, all things considered, it's not over yet, but pretty good outing by Mondovi.
Yeah. Yeah, they were super competitive in the first
Yeah.
half. That, you take away that really, really strong run to start the second half. That's a Bollinger 3 good. His first field goal, he's got 6. There's a big run to start the second half, and it was really just too much to overcome.
Right.
Good cut. No good.
A lot of missed layups tonight.
I want to thank all of our sponsors here one more time as we approach this end of this game. Baldwin Greenhouse, Firehelm Langer, Nielsen's Foods. I'm going to get a foul on Colin there. St. Croix Garage Door, Strikers Lanes and Sports Bar, Timmerman Realty, Wisconsin Credit Union, St. Croix Custom Apparel, Baldwin Lightstream, CW Garage Door Distribution, Fender and Jewelers, Schaefer Financial Services, Blackhawk Garage Door, O'Connell Funeral Homes, A-Star Concrete, Culvers of Baldwin, Family Chiro Care. Clark's now got 9 made free throws tonight. TMS Auto, Halverson Concrete Solutions, Whitecap Financial Advisors, Pete's Construction, American Family Insurance, Village Pharmacy, OEM Fabricators, Precision Excavating Enterprises, Precision Truck Service, Western Wisconsin Health, Bumper to Bumper, and DMS Repair. Thank you to all of our sponsors. Clark now with a solid 23.
Probably his best outing of the year. Another foul.
Lindsay with his second foul here, and nope, his third. So I must have given Bollinger a foul once when it was Lindsay's foul. Ryan Veenendahl here is going to shoot 2 free throws. The first one rims out. He's 3 for 5 from the stripe. He's got 6. Hawks with 62. That's 38. Now 38 points in the second half. A huge run to start the second half. Really separated the teams. I believe it was an 18-0 run to give the Hawks their biggest lead of 21. Colin takes a shot in the face. Things are getting chippy.
Yep.
Things are getting ugly. Someone's going to get hurt.
Might have to control it a little bit here.
Let's just cross half court and let this run out. Nope. Bollinger's Jason Evan down, and Evan's like, you know what? Colin's biting his tongue. He's just going to shake hands and call tonight.
Yep.
So here we end. Blackhawks 62, Mondovi 47. Take that win into the weekend if you're the Hawks. The girls basketball team will be playing in about 13 hours as they kick off the some deal that Somerset has. I don't know what they call it, middle board or something challenge. They'll play Clear Lake in Somerset. I'm sure you can watch that on the Somerset YouTube page. And other than that, thanks for joining us tonight. For Zach Ambrose and Keegan Ofsty, I'm Jeremy Nygaard. Super foggy out tonight, I hear. So, everyone, if you're out on the roads, drive safe. Have a wonderful weekend. So long, everyone.